And first you have to know some math words. Very, very important. Because in 5th grade, a lot of times the questions will say, find the quotient of these two numbers. If you don't know what a quotient is, you don't even know where to start. So it's very important to review your math words. Today we're going to talk about factors. What's a factor? Well, a factor is a number that is multiplied with another number to create a product. So if you have 3 times 5 equals 15, the factors of 15 are 3 and 5. And 15 is the product. Prime numbers. Prime numbers have only 2 factors, 1 and themselves. An example of that would be 7. There are no other factors of 7, just 1 and itself. Special number, prime numbers. Numbers that have more than 2 factors are called composite or composite. Doesn't matter how you say it, it means that number has more than just itself and 1. For example, 21. It has 1 times 21, but it also has 3 times 7 as factors. You get it? Next, we have multiples. What's a multiple? Well, a multiple is when a number is multiplied by a whole number to get a product. For example, the times tables. The number of multiples are unlimited. For example, a multiple of 3 is 6 and 9 and 12 and 15 and 18 and 21 and on and on and on and on. And it can go on forever. Multiples are unlimited. Factors, though, are very limited. In fact, prime numbers have only 2 of them. The number 21 has 1 and 21 and 3 and 7. It has 4 factors. That's all. There aren't any more. So that is your vocabulary for today. So we're going to talk about how do you find the factors for a number, the prime factors. The process is called prime factorization. It sounds very, very fancy. Oh, it is. Whenever you think or see the words prime factorization, I want you to think factor tree. What's a factor tree? A factor tree helps us to find the prime factors of any number. We're going to try 24. And it's called a tree, but it actually looks like the roots of a tree to me. So if you have a number and you need to find all of the prime factors, this is how you do it. So you think of the factors of 24 besides 1 in itself. You can't do 1 in itself. So 24. Now, if I don't know the factors, I would know that 24 is an even number. So 2 is going to be a factor. 2 times something gives me 24. And that should help get you started. So 2 and 12. Now, you can see knowledge of times tables in 5th grade math is hugely important. That's why we do times table quizzes every day. So I put my 2 factors here, 2 and 12. So that's a start. So I look at my 2 factors and I ask myself, is this a prime number? 2 is a prime number. So I circle it and it's finished. How about 12? Is 12 a prime number? No, it's an even number, so it can't be prime. So how about 2 times 6? So I go down to these 2 factors. Is 2 a prime number? Well, it sure is, so I circle it. 6, however, is not. 2 times 3 gives me 6. 2 times 3. We know that 2 is a prime number, so I circle it. And also 3 is a prime number. Now, when all of your numbers are circled, your factor tree is done. So, if you write down all of your prime factors, you have your prime factorization of 24. And in fact, if you do the math, you will see that 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 3 is 24. So it's correct. That's called a factor tree, which is really a factor root, but it's called a factor tree. That's the prime factorization of 24. Isn't that cool? It makes it really easy. If you know your times tables, If you don't, and you have a special accommodation to use a times table chart, you can do that. But you will be a lot slower than someone who knows their times tables. So when you have time, work on those times tables and get yourself up to speed. That is prime factorization.